Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation on the interdisciplinary approaches to student empowerment. Today, we're going to be looking at a mid-sized university in the United Arab Emirates, and my colleagues and I are just going to start off by introducing ourselves a little bit. My name is Ayeza Siddiqi, and I'm a faculty member at Zayed University on the Dubai campus. My background is actually in student affairs, academic affairs, and now I'm a faculty member, so I've kind of had experience in all the different areas. I currently teach classes in interdisciplinary education, so based in critical thinking, complex systems, strategic learning and growth, and it has been a really interesting experience, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you today. I'm going to pass it on to my colleague, Priya.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be here with you today. My name is Priya. Just a little bit about myself. I am primary trained and I was teaching in New Zealand before I moved to the United Arab Emirates. I have also joined the College of Interdisciplinary Studies, and I currently teach critique and communication and expressive clarity. And this is Josh. Josh, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. And so, hello, everyone. My name is Josh Kalapo. I'm also in the College of Interdisciplinary Studies at Zayed University, and I have a background in higher education student affairs as well. And currently, I teach entrepreneurship and innovation at our university.
Thank you, Josh. So all of us have been talking about College of Interdisciplinary Studies quite a bit, and we will share more information with you on that shortly. But I want to take a minute to start off by talking about why taking an interdisciplinary approach to student empowerment has become really critical in this day and age. So as most of you know, higher education, traditional models of higher education started off with very specific instructor information being imparted to students. A lot of times the educator has been at the center of the model. But now we can see universities across the world kind of approaching this new progressive models of higher education, which include a lot of active learning. They place the learner or the student at the center of the model, and it's really about skill-based education. Looking at the current job market, the job trends that have been emerging, looking at the ways in which students and young professionals are kind of taking ownership of their learning, using innovative and entrepreneurial approaches to fulfilling their passions, it has become really, really critical that we prepare them to go into that world in a way where they have critical thinking, in a way where they are really using the skills that they have taken from the classroom or from their higher education environments to move forward. So I want you all to take a minute and think about, the students you've worked with in classrooms, or maybe through programs that you're directing, or just like in any scenario in a higher education setting. So a lot of us have background in student affairs. I've worked at the University of Michigan, at Ohio State, mostly under academic affairs, student affairs, and enrollment management. And then now having this experience as a faculty member, one thing that has stayed really consistent is this idea of holistic student development. We know that students are not just learning, certain disciplinary approaches and approaching problem solving from that perspective, but they're using a lot of the work and a lot of the information and knowledge that they're getting from different areas to kind of approach that problem solving, to approach their future plans and education. So this is why empowering students to develop those critical thinking skills and practical skills to resolve the issues that, or the complex issues of our time, has become deeply critical. And this is also why we wanted to talk more extensively about why interdisciplinary approaches are such a great way to also decolonize our understanding of traditional models of higher education and encourage students to, be more empowered and develop more critically. I'm going to pass it on to my colleague Priya now, who will tell you a little bit about what we're doing at Zayed University. Priya, you're muted.
Thanks, Ayeza. I think you covered all the key points. Just to give you a brief introduction on the College of Interdisciplinary Studies, it's it's a pioneering innovation. We've only been around for a few years, and the aim is to really build students who are capable of getting jobs across different industries, critical thinkers, people that can inspire the next generation coming. So CIS is all about nurturing agile, dynamic minds, creative thinking, like I said earlier, and really a sense of being able to transfer skills across industries. So our programs are unique in the sense that it's interdisciplinary, so they are it's a transformational approach, thinking about developing effective cognitive skills, writing, reading, speaking, and thinking skills, and really fostering a higher curiosity for learning. Yeah, I think I've covered the key elements. So it's definitely out of the usual university lecture style approach. Yeah, I think I've covered everything, Ayeza. You're on mute.
Thank you, Priya. We are going to move on to handing it over to Josh to tell us a little bit about what his experience has looked like.
Sure. So thank you all, Priya and Ayeza, for the great setup. So when we think about kind of reshaping student empowerment, one of the things is really looking at kind of the faculty experience. So as my colleagues have mentioned, that we kind of have this interdisciplinary approach. And so that also means that we're teaching classes that are in this kind of scope of things. And we're also teaching classes that may not be our direct line in terms of our, our courses or our majors in terms of studying that we got our degrees in. And so this really is an opportunity for us to showcase kind of what does this interdisciplinary experience look like, right? We all know that when you get a job, what's written on the paper is not always what you actually do, right? So some of these soft skills and things that you need to do to critically think on your feet when things get thrown at you are some of the skills that we're making sure these students have. This also happens kind of with how our degrees are kind of set up as well. So one of the degrees that we have is business transformation, right? And so it really is giving them those different skills, but also allowing the students to kind of hone in on really what they want their experience to be. So if they want to open a business, maybe they want to be really good at math and accounting, but maybe they're not that great at finance. So they're able to really balance that out and really empower themselves to kind of navigate how they want that experience to be and what they want that learning to be. When we think about that in terms of engagement, this also shows up with some of the different activities, like we have a partner challenge where students get kind of real life experiences and they get to work with companies to kind of see, is this something that I really want to do? And they get to make the decision in terms of how they're navigating their path. So it's almost like a choose your own destiny kind of approach, but while giving them practical experience to kind of make this happen. And so when we think about how we envision higher education in the future, really is student-led, student-driven, but also really crafted and tailored for the students, right? So not necessarily just looking at, okay, I want to be just a psychologist and that's the only class that I take, but really crafting this kind of holistic experience where the students feel empowered to kind of shape their journey and guide themselves along the way to make sure they're getting the skills that they want and the skills that they need to be successful in the real world.
Thank you so much, Josh. So I hope that this brief presentation, this video that you all watched, was helpful in understanding why an interdisciplinary approach is so important to student empowerment. You will see our email addresses on the screen, so please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. And thank you so much. These are our references. Thank you.